My name is Dr. Paul Richardson, and I am the Clinical Program Leader and Director of Clinical Research at the Jerome Lipper Multiple Myeloma Center at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute in Boston, Massachusetts. And it's my pleasure to be talking to you here at the International European Hematology Association meeting. It's the 30th meeting, in fact, in Milan, Italy, and there's a lot of myeloma here, which is very exciting and very appropriate given all the exciting recent advances. But I was asked to talk to you about several particular topics for today. And the first one I wanted to talk to you about was the successes that we're seeing around the use of the antibody-drug conjugate Belantamab Mafadotin, which has been used in combination with bortezomib in one trial, the DREAM7 study, and in combination with pomalidomide in the DREAM8 trial. And these results have both generated remarkable data showing clinical benefit for patients with relapsed refractory disease. Now, it's important to note that Belantamab Mafodotin, which is a so-called antibody-drug conjugate, targets BCMA. But unlike the very potent platforms such as CAR-T treatments that target BCMA or bispecific therapies that target BCMA, it doesn't actually redirect T cells in the classic sense, but rather generates an immunogenic signal from the myeloma cell that enhances the ability of the body's immune system to eliminate the myeloma. And it does so in two ways. One, by engaging the cell at the level of the BCMA cell surface receptor, and at the other level by delivering what's called a cytotoxic warhead, in this case mafodotin, which triggers what we call immunogenic cell death. This, of course, allows the body's immune system and other mechanisms to eliminate the myeloma highly effectively. Now, when you combine this with other drugs, this particular combination is really effective. And so we're very pleased to see the positive results of DREAM7 and DREAM8. And moreover, what we were very pleased to see is the very manageable safety profile in terms of ocular toxicity, which we've learned by reducing dose and extending interval to be able to make much less of an issue on the one hand, and on the other hand, enhance the efficacy of the combination approach. So we're very much hoping this will result in Belantamab's approval at the regulatory level later this summer, and at the same time allow it to then be rapidly available to communities where I think, in particular, my own view, is that this particular platform has real value as an important treatment option for our patients with relapsed refractory disease. Now, you may say, well, wasn't this drug approved before, and what happened to it? It was indeed approved through the accelerated approval pathway, but some of the initial phase 3 information that came through from the so-called DREAM3 study, whilst there were no major safety concerns of any kind, were and little concerning for the actual primary efficacy of the drug. In other words, the endpoint of progression-free survival. And because this endpoint wasn't met in that particular trial, there was concern that its efficacy may actually not have been what was expected. Well, DREAM7 and DREAM8 absolutely address that point and show very clearly the remarkable benefit to the drug. And so we're very pleased to see Belantamab being back, and in that same context, very much hoping for a regulatory approval in the United States this year, recognizing that there's been very favorable decisions already in Europe regarding its potential use.